On the 18th of April in 2019, one of the most talked about TV shows on social media has concluded its second season. Yes, I am talking about Star Trek Discovery here. Finally, all of those episodes are out, we talked about it a lot, and still makes a big conversation all around the world. Well, I'm not surprised though, it was actually pretty darn good. But I'm not gonna lie either, this past 14 weeks was challenging, keeping up with the episodes, making reviews, and always monitoring what people think about the show, how they welcome it, or on the other hand, how they hated it so much for various reasons. Now that the show is taking a little time to rest, and we start a long wait till season 3 comes back to our screen, the time is here to reflect on what just happened here while we've been watching the adventures of Michael, Spock, Captain Pike, and the rest of the crew. No, this is not going to be a season review, that might come a little bit later. During season 2 there was a lot of positive feedback from fans. Generally everyone enjoyed the show more and more. Fans, generally saying, accepted what the show stands for, even though it has some flaws, but it's Star Trek and it's ours. I know, I just said it's Star Trek. Sadly not everyone thinks that way. My biggest agony and pain during the season was definitely those people, you might say influencers, who had the negativism about the show. There was no week or even day when we seen a video popping up on YouTube that titled "Star Trek is cancelled," "Discovery is doomed," or "Pike got fired," or the best is that "Everything is ruined, CBS has emergency meetings now." I'm not gonna lie, but I was the sick of that and I'm still the sick of it. It first started bothering me when CBS announced that Anson Mount will not return to Discovery. Well, we all know that it's mainly because the season was about to end and it's not a TOS show, he's just a guest. It's logical, right? Then we have a video about how he got fired. I mean, what? It's funny how people bend information based on facts. It's like, let's say, a coffee house announcing they're replacing cow's milk to oat milk because it's, more sustainable, and that's, for some people, that's the end of the farming industry. The coffee is doomed, people! Cows are cancelled! Right. Once Discovery is concluded, I had the feeling that these people would stop eventually, but I think I was too naive. Just about after the finale, I come across with another one, "Spock and canon is destroyed" with the finale video. That made me furious and I said to myself, enough of this. I personally never met any of those guys in my life. Maybe they are nice people with their Ray-Ban glasses, with their red hairs, and even with their fun time talks, but their act just frustrates the hell out of me. I know Discovery had its own problem, it's not one of those Star Trek shows that most of us grew up on and loved and still love, but it's a brave new show that we should help, not pound down with false information. I'm glad that there's a solid community that backs the show and they giving feedbacks on what they've seen or experienced with wise and logical reasoning, but I'm simply sick of the trolls who seems like they just can't stop the made-up rumors and the hatred. I never knew why this has to be a thing now. Maybe they after followers, maybe they after subscribers money, maybe they up to no good just to undermine people who actually love the show or like the show. Oh, and some of them even flashes you with things like, "Hey, I have insider sources." Well, seriously, at least some of those people at least has the courtesy to show up their faces, not like Lord Dustbucket. Guess what? We have insider sources too. They call Alex Kurtzman and the entire cast and crew of the show itself. Sure, they won't give away made-up information, but they seem pretty consistent with the things they say, and funny enough, it's quite the opposite of what the trolls predict. Jokes aside, I wish that these kind of videos would not exist. They're flake news just as made up as just like their so-called insider sources. Of course, we can always try to fight them or ignore them, but at the end of the day, if we were annoyed by them, the best thing we can do to do some research. Our own research and match it with others. Maybe those people want us to see things from the darkness, but I believe that more people see the hope in the future of Star Trek than them. And it is going to happen, oh yeah, just wait and see. I'm not sure that this video made any sense to anyone. I certainly did not make this to offend people or create a negative atmosphere out there. Just something I really wanted to get out from my chest after seeing those kind of contents all the time. I know that this little mind-melding session will not solve the problem what's out there, but I hope that we will be less able to fool from negative influencers. Thanks for watching, and as always, live long and prosper to you all.